What have you done there?
Took the head off the bishop.
In the last episode, you saw us arrive at Camping Le Châtelet in northern Brittany after very nearly being refused our ferry crossing over from the UK. Since the weather has vastly improved, we decided to walk the 20 minutes from our campsite into the local town, St Cast-le-Gildo, and explore what it has to offer.
How did you get out? The barrier's still down.
That was quite creepy. I wish I'd filmed it because I bought something for my mum and then they shut the gate behind me, and so I was trying to leave and she just goes, and I thought, oh god, what have I done wrong? And I've been round all the back of the pharmacy.
Have they shut, have they?
They must have done, but there's loads of people in the back and there's loads, it's like, it's so large back there. There's so many different tunnels and things, and I went through one door and then there was still another door, and so I had to go through. It was honestly, and because I don't speak the language, it was especially creepy. I was like, where am I going?
You're holding my mind in a tight grip when I walk all over you, and your blood is in the water, and you go straight through my heart, through my
We've taken a wander further up the promenade, which is absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's right by the water, the tide is right in. I think you could probably get cut off if you weren't careful, but we've come along to a little marina. Well, I say little, it's actually quite big marina, and we're sat outside. We're going to have some moule et frites, some mussels with chips.
My favourite.
Lizzie's favourite, and Harvey's going to have an omelette. But yeah, what a setting, and typically it's got absolute roasting all of a sudden, which is good.
I will be long gone by now. I guess my love is for the ocean, not for you. No, not for you.
Well, since having lunch, the weather has improved massively. It's absolutely gorgeous here, lovely and warm. There's a few people in the sea as well. Not sure if it's that warm, but it's lovely now. We've just arrived back at the van. It was a lovely walk down to the town, but it's roasting now, so we're going to jump in the pool. Shh.
What have you done there?
Took the head off the bishop.
In total, we'd spent 4 nights at Camping Le Châtelet and really loved it there. We actually got the 4 nights for free as part of a deal when we bought our ferry tickets through the Caravan and Motorhome Club, so that made a lovely saving. But it was time to head further south to a campsite near Benardet called Camping du Letty. But first, a few quick stops en route.
You've got to try McDonald's when you're in France. Look at the play area. Harvey thinks this is brilliant. But yeah, there's no way I can chase him around there, and God knows what we've ordered as well, so we shall see. So we've just arrived in Camping du Letty, which is in southern Brittany, and we've actually gone for one of these pitches that has its own little private toilet, which is great when you've got a little van like ours. It's got a shower in there, it's got washing up facilities, but we'll show you all that later. We just now need to work out where we're going to position the van on the pitch, which is enormous actually. The pitch is huge. Look at the size of that. Yeah, massive. So let's work out where to put that.
What's cooking?
I'm just frying some chicken, or stir frying some chicken, cooking some chicken. We arrived fairly late, well, relatively late, but so we need to get some dinner on fairly quickly. So we're going to do some chicken with sauce and some rice. Should be nice, but this is brilliant. This is so good. Just don't get any of the smells in the van. Not that that's really bothered us in the past, really. But yeah, everything's out here.
It's good because the camp's all set up, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks great. Oh, just ignore that bit, but you know.
The next day.
So we have stopped at another campsite. We're here for 5 nights this time, and it's called La Letty, and it is in southern, where are we again? Southern Brittany. It's because I don't plan the routes, so I never really pay that much attention. I just go along with the ride. But as you can see, we've set up camp behind us, and I'll give you a quick tour through the camp, hopefully before it rains, because I don't know if you can hear, but we've got more storms on the way. So as you can see, we're fully set up with the Hexaway again from Van Gogh. That is a fantastic awning that we've got. It's not got an inner lining, it's just got the normal, just outer lining, but it just shelters us from the rain. We've just bought this that we bought from the campsite shop just to try and stop Harvey from escaping, because he's got a habit of running off at the moment. Since he's only 1, it's quite hard to stop him. So we're working on it. It's a work in progress. Obviously we've got the camper van there, so that is our pitch, but we've also got this little wonder here, which is, I'll show you around later, but that's actually our own private shower and toilet facility, and it's even got cleaning up facilities there too, so that is really helpful because we can store a few bits in there too, so that's brilliant. But as you can see, we've tried to trap Harvey in this area, but he does try to get around it, doesn't he, still? But I mean, as a result, because we've got the chairs out here, there's tons of space in here at the moment. And because we've been storing stuff inside, like the car seat and the pram's just out there at the moment, we've got loads of floor space, which is just covered in Harvey's toys. Why is that, Harvey? So on this side, you will see that we have a little outdoor camping unit. This is quite new, it's from Out Sunny. And I attached to the side a like hanging unit just so that we've got like utensils, like access to that. But that has been fantastic as storage for food, and it's all enclosed, so things like animals can't get into it. And obviously we still close up all the food inside it as well, just to make doubly sure. But it does help having a table. We've got our anti-mosquito unit there. There doesn't seem to be too much of a mosquito problem, but I have a real issue with being bitten by mosquitoes. I have a really bad reaction to it. So just being super careful. Then we've obviously got our camping table out here, which we've got our water canister on. And underneath that is one of those white units that we used to use before for camping, but we don't really use it as much now, but that's quite good for travelling and things like that. All the bags are at the side for our clothes. And then of course, where else would you leave your toilet except right in the middle of the camp, right next to the actual toilet? Sean's just emptied and refilled that toilet, so that's why it's just sat there at the moment. But we still put it inside the camper van at night time, just in case someone needs to go out. This family's going to be disappointed when they realise they can't get any further. We're basically in a cul-de-sac where we are, so you can't actually get any further. Right, so we've got our clothes down here at the moment, and then we keep going, and we are in the actual camper van. So Harvey here is just playing, aren't you? You having fun? Hi. And you'll notice that we've got the fridge inside here, so it's filled with food at the moment. Now actually that's been a brilliant idea. So there is a 12-volt plug that we can put that into just over there, and it's been so convenient keeping it there. And the best part is we can actually leave it in there overnight. So when the bed is pulled out, that enormous bed, it doesn't really come that close to the fridge. It's quite good. It really only comes to about here. So it's been really useful.
When we previously camped, we had the fridge in the back, but the issue is the 12-volt plug is at the side, and every time you pull the fridge out to access it and put it back in, it knocks that 12-volt socket. And after we'd been on the ferry, we must have got the fridge out to put stuff in and put it back in again. I realised that it knocked it and it actually switched the fridge off. Thankfully, because it's a bit of a cool box, it stayed fairly cold. But yeah, there are quite a few times where we put the fridge back in and it switched it off. So it's not that great storing it in the back. Unless you've got it the only thing in there, it's fine, because you could leave it sort of over to the side. But yeah, it's much better having it in here.
Well, plus, we access it more, don't we? We actually like get a lot of water out of it and that kind of thing. So it makes much more sense just having it in here, I think.
And when we make the bed up, Harvey goes to bed earlier than us obviously, but not much earlier, surprisingly. He tires us out massively, but at least then we can still get stuff out of the fridge, whereas we'd have to slam the back door, the tailgate, every time we shut it if the fridge was in the back. So it works really well here, actually.
It does work well. So then, of course, we've got the opening at the front there. We've not opened the screen fully at the moment. And then there is the bed up here, which is where Sean is sleeping. I won't pull it down at the moment. And then me and Harvey are in the downstairs bed together. But then we've also added, this is a Brandrupt Mosquito screen cover. Sean's just getting more sangria. So yeah, we've got the Brandrupt Mosquito screen cover, which is quite clever. So it's a zip here. It's actually stuck on with Velcro, but the Velcro pieces are the same colour as the side, and it even changes colour down the bottom. Look at that. That's pretty clever. But we weirdly didn't get a screen cover, as in a mosquito cover, for this window with the beach, which is very odd. And that screen cover to buy is about 100 quid, whereas this was a little bit less expensive, like 60 odd pounds, something like that. I got it from Camper Fantastic. So I can always put a link in the description below if anyone else is interested in getting it from Camper Fantastic. This is not an ad, we just really like using them. But it's got a zip here. And so you still have access to opening the window more. And then you can zip it up again. And you've got a really good screen cover there. So I wanted that because at night time, it's nice to have a bit of a breeze coming through. But it's a shame that we didn't get the thing that slots in, but because we didn't get it, I decided to buy one. And this was cheaper, like I say, so.
That's better though.
I think this is better, isn't it? Because it's the other one's quite a faff. Whereas
the other one, if you've got the window open, you can actually slide it back if you're outside.
Yeah.
Slide it back by hand, whereas that's better.
Yeah. You can't really access it. I mean, obviously it's Velcro, so people could get in anyway, but it's not really about that, is it? It's just nice that it's completely secure, because I think there were gaps for the other one anyway. So this is a really clever design. I'm pretty happy with it.
You don't need to worry about storing. With the old one, I don't think you could fully shut the window, could you? You have to take it out.
Yeah, you did. And it would fit in the drawer, but the drawers in this van, let me show you, are much smaller than in the Ocean or in the beach that's only got the 2 seats. But because this is a 3-seat version, we've got these little drawers and they just pull out like that. The camper van inside. So they're much smaller, and that wouldn't actually fit the mosquito cover. So that's another reason why we got that instead. Where are you off to? He likes to press the SOS button. Did that the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, whilst I was sort of underneath the awning trying to put it up, so I had to quickly scramble out to stop it. If it comes up with an alert saying the SOS button has been pressed, press it again to cancel. I'm going, oh my god.
Yeah, we was in the middle of putting up the awning. Good timing, really. So of course as well we have our very clever mini kitchen unit, which we have used occasionally. We are using an outdoor gas cooker as well, but obviously for the morning and that kind of thing, cups of tea and things, we've been using this, and it is really, really good. And it's good just as a table, but I also like the fact that because this top bit is metal, you can pretty much shut it straight away. And with having a 1-year-old running around, it's nice to be able to sort of shut that so that he can't burn himself. Because apparently you have to have eyes in the back of your head when you have children. It's pretty annoying. Sean!
What?
Come back here.
What?
Go start cooking for us then.
I'm going to.
So while Sean cooks us some dinner, I'll give you a tour of our own private bathroom facilities. Outside you've got your own sink and drying area, then as you head inside you'll see there's a barbecue, which costs extra if you wish to use it. Your large enclosed shower is then on the left, and behind that is a storage area where we kept the car seat. And there's also a large fridge that again, if you wish to use, you'd need to pay extra for. Across from that there's a lovely sink and mirror and even more storage. Then I love the fact the toilet is actually in a separate room to the shower, so someone can be brushing their teeth while you've still got some privacy using the loo. All in all, this has to be one of the best pitches we've ever stayed on, and I'd definitely use these facilities again. We paid around €60 per night here, which we thought was reasonable, but let us know in the comments what you think. In part 3 of our French adventure, we visit some of the stunning tourist spots that are local to this part of Brittany, and also discover how completely wild their soft play centres are. See you next time!